Hey everybody, it's Kylie and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a fun crochet stitch tutorial for y'all. I'm going to show y'all how to crochet the granny ripple stitch. And you can pretty much tell by looking at it, it's made with the granny stitch and it has this ripple like chevron style to it. This is such a fun and easy stitch to do. And if you love the look of like crochet granny squares but don't like joining all the squares to make a blanket, this is an alternative that's so fun to do, and you can incorporate all those fun bright colors like you do in traditional granny squares. So this right here is a blanket that I've started using rainbow colors, using the granny ripple stitch. So this is just worsted weight number 4 yarn. This is Brava worsted from We Crochet in just 7 different fun rainbow colors. If you go to the written post for this stitch, I have all the colors named and a link to that specific yarn. So you can use any weight of yarn with the corresponding hook that you want to, but like I said, this is worsted weight number 4 yarn, and then I'm also using a 5.5mm or I crochet hook. So before we get started on this tutorial and I show y'all how to crochet the granny ripple stitch, if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, be sure to give me a thumbs up and click that subscribe button so you'll never miss any other free crochet pattern tutorials or stitch tutorials, and we'll jump right in and I'll show y'all how to crochet the granny ripple stitch. Okay, so to start the granny ripple stitch, I have made a slip knot and placed it on my crochet hook. And to start with the first chain row of the granny ripple stitch, you need to crochet a number of chains that is a multiple of 24 and then add 22 more to it. So your chain multiple for this stitch pattern is 24 plus 22. So you can any number 24, 48, 72 stitches, then add 22 to that number, and that'll be the number that you will chain to start this. So for this sample piece that I'm going to be crocheting, I'm going to chain 46 stitches to start, which is one multiple of 24 plus 22. So to start, I'm going to chain 46. So we're going to start working in the 4th chain from our hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this 4th chain from your crochet hook, you're going to work 2 double crochet. So that's what it looked like. So these 3 chains that we skipped will count as a double crochet stitch. And then to go on, we're going to skip 2 chain stitches. And the next chain stitch, we're going to work 3 double crochet into. Okay, so we got 2 like clusters and sets of 3 double crochet. Then we're going to skip 2 more stitches and work 3 more double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far. So now we're going to skip 2 more stitches, and the next stitch we're going to work 3 double crochet, chain 3, and then 3 more double crochet. So we're going to create our first point. So we're going to skip those 2 stitches, and then in the next stitch, 3 double crochet, chain 3, and then 3 more double crochet in that same stitch. So that's what it looked like so far. So you see how we're coming up, made 1 point, and now we're going to go down. So to continue, you're going to skip 2 stitches and 3 double crochet in the next stitch. And you're going to repeat that twice more. So we're going to skip 2 stitches, 3 double crochet in that next stitch. Like so. So you see how we're going here. So we're going to do it one more time. We're going to skip 2 stitches, 3 more double crochet in the next stitch. And that's what it looks like so far. And now we're going to create, since we've created our point going up, now we're going to create our point and curve it back down here at the bottom. So now we're going to skip 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in that next stitch, work 3 double crochet. And that'll cause this bottom edge to curve. And this is what it looked like so far. So let me lay it here. So you can kind of see the hook gets in the way, but you can kind of see how it's up, down, and now we're going back up. And then we're going to just repeat kind of what we've done on this side. Skip 2, 3 double crochet, skip 2 more stitches, 3 more double crochet, skip 2, 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. And then you're going to kind of repeat that all the way across until you run out of stitches. So we're just going to kind of keep doing that same pattern. So now we've skipped 5 and 3 double crocheted in the next stitch. Now we're going to go back and skip 2 and 3 double crochet in the next. And we're going to do that again. Skip 2 stitches, 3 double crochet in the next. And then we'll skip 2 stitches, 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet in the next stitch. And after you get this foundation row kind of made, it's a lot easier because then you already set kind of the shape of it. So once you get past this first foundation row, it's way easier to keep track of. So it's kind of like you just have to pay the most attention on this first row. Okay, so we 3 double crocheted, chain 3, 3 double crocheted. We're going to skip 2 stitches, 3 double crochet in the next stitch. Skip 2 stitches, 3 double crochet in the next stitch. But since we're here at the end, we're going to skip 2 stitches and 3 double crochet in that last stitch. And this is what it will look like. Let's get the layout here. And after you get a couple rows, it'll lay out better too. But so here's what it looks like so far. Had you chained a longer chain after you worked these 3 double crochet in that stitch, you would have been like right here in the pattern and skipped 5 stitches and then worked 3 double crochet, skip 2, 3 double crochet, and just continue repeating that pattern until you ran out of stitches like I did. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna change yarn colors, and we're going to do row 2. So I want to show you an easy way, also trick to change yarn colors. So if you want to change yarn colors after like every row, what I do on the last double crochet, instead of completing it like a normal double crochet, I will pull that yarn out for that last time that you yarn over and pull through, and I will pull through with the new color so that the colors change evenly, and then you can tie and knot those ends like so. And that's the easy way that I change colors all the time in my crochet projects. But anyway, so for row 2, we're going to simply chain 4, and we're going to turn our work. And then what we're going to do is we're going to skip these 3 double crochet, and we're going to find this gap space in between these clusters of 3 double crochets, and we're going to work 3 double crochets in each cluster space up until we reach this chain 3 space. So I'm just going to work 3 double crochet in each gap space. So like I said, once you do the first row, after that it's really easy. So we're just going to continue to do 3 more double crochet in this gap space. We're going to skip over the next gap space, do 3 more double crochet. And then the next space is going to be that chain 3 space, and we're going to do the same thing we done for row 1 here. Is we're going to, in this chain 3 space, we're going to work 3 double crochet, chain 3, and 3 double crochet into it. So 3 double crochet, chain 3, and 3 double crochet. And then I'll lay it here and show you kind of what we've got going. So you see how we're coming back up. And now we're going to do the same thing down this side that we just done over here is the next gap space. We're going to work 3 double crochet in. And you're going to work 3 double crochets in the next 3 gap spaces, because this very bottom gap space here, when we get to the bottom, we're going to skip it. So we'll continue to create that curve in the bottom so it doesn't bunch out. We want to continue to make that ripple effect. So I'm going to go on in the next gap space, place 3 double crochet. And then the next gap space, it'll be 3 more double crochet. And then we'll do that one more time. So just one more gap space here. We'll do 3 more double crochet. And then we're going to skip this bottom here gap space. We're going to skip it and jump over to this gap space and work 3 double crochet in that gap space. And then we're gonna kind of just keep repeating basically what we've been doing across. We're gonna work 3 double crochet in each gap space until we reach that chain 3 spot, which will be over here. So then we're kind of going to just keep repeating over here what we've been doing, placing 3 double crochet in each gap space until you get back to your chain 3 space up here. And then we'll do like we've done over here. 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet, and we're just going to repeat that kind of all the way across until you, if you've made more chains, it'll be longer. So you're just going to repeat that across until you get to the very end. So I'm just going to keep going. So here we are. We're going to skip over to the next gap space, 3 double crochet. Skip to the next gap space, 3 double crochet. And then we're at the chain 3 space, which will work 3 double crochet, chain 3, and 3 double crochet into. So y'all can probably see the pattern in this, that you just kind of keep following the same things over and over. Okay, then we're going to skip over to the next gap space, 3 double crochet. Next space, 3 double crochet. Next gap space, 3 double crochet. Okay, and then the only difference is when you get to the very end of your row, normally if you were continuing on, you'd have like a space here, a gap space that you'd skip and go to the next side, but since you went to the end, you're simply just going to work a double crochet. Oops. You're simply just going to work a double crochet in the top of this chain 3 that you skipped in the first row. So you're going to do a double crochet. I'm going to go ahead and swap my yarn out, since I'm going to change colors for the next row. And that would be row 2 for the granny ripple stitch. Basically, row 3 and on is just the same repeat of row 2, but I'll go ahead and show you how to do row 3. So for row 3, we're basically doing the same thing that we've been doing for row 2. We're going to chain 4, turn our work, and we're going to skip over to our first gap space between the clusters of 3 double crochet right here and work 3 double crochet. And we're going to just skip and work 3 double crochets in each gap space until we get to this chain 3 space. Once you reach the chain 3 space, you work 3 double crochet, chain 3, and 3 more double crochet in that chain 3 space. Then you'll work 3 double crochet in those next 3 gap spaces. Since you're here at the bottom and you see right to the bottom where it feeds down, you're going to skip that gap space and skip over here and work 3 double crochets in that next gap space over here. And we're basically going to keep repeating the same way we've done until you reach the end of your row. So I'm going to continue working back up, working 3 double crochet in each gap space until I reach the chain 3 space. Chain 3 space, you're going to work 3 double crochet, chain 3, and 3 double crochet in. And then you're going to work back down. You're going to work 3 double crochet in the next 3 gap spaces. And just keep repeating that across as many times as you need to. When you reach the end of your row, you're simply going to work 1 double crochet in this chain 4 space like so. And that will end row 3. And you're just going to keep on repeating row 3 as many times as you need to until your blanket or whatever you're working on is your desired length. And that's how easy it is to crochet the granny ripple stitch. I hope that y'all enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, be sure to leave me a comment below. Let me know what you're going to be making. If you're making a blanket, let me know what colors you're using. What color scheme. I love different ideas and stuff, so let me know. And also give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And happy crocheting!